How to make a chocolate milkshake. 1 chocolate milkshake. Step 1. Stick a tall glass in the freezer, optional. Whether you're using a tall glass or a classic metal cup, popping it in the freezer for a few minutes will keep your milkshake frosty as you sip it. There's no need to stand around, get started on the milkshake while you wait. Step 2. Let the ice cream soften. Using ice cream straight from the freezer can make your milkshake taste dilute, thin, or icy. You'll have much better results if you leave the ice cream out on the counter for about 10 minutes, until it's soft and just beginning to melt around the edges. On a hot day, put the ice cream in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes instead. Heating the ice cream too fast can ruin the texture. This gentle method is best. Skip this step if using frozen yogurt. Step 3. Combine ingredients. Add 2 large scoops of the softened ice cream or frozen yogurt to a blender or milkshake maker. Use a large stainless steel bowl instead if you don't have a blender. Add 1/4 cup 60 milliliters milk for a thick milkshake, or up to a full cup 240 milliliters if you prefer a thinner drink. Whole milk makes a richer shake, while low-fat or skim milk is a healthier option. For an extremely rich milkshake, also blend in 1 to 2 tablespoons 15 to 30 milliliters heavy whipping cream. Crushed ice will dilute your milkshake's flavor. Use extra milk instead to thin the shake, and pop the milkshake in the freezer for a few minutes if it's too runny. Step 4. Add chocolate if necessary. If you used vanilla ice cream, or you want to enhance the chocolate flavor, add one of these ingredients: 2 tablespoons 30 milliliters chocolate syrup, blended for another 10 to 30 seconds. Use up to 4 tablespoons 60 milliliters if using vanilla ice cream. Melt a few squares of chocolate or a handful of chocolate chips in a double boiler, or zap in the microwave for 10 seconds at a time, stirring in between zaps. If using this as your only chocolate ingredient, use approximately 1/4 cup 60 milliliters of chocolate. 2 tablespoons 30 milliliters cocoa powder will add flavor to an already chocolatey shake, but may not be strong enough to use as the only chocolate ingredient. Step 5. Blend or whisk together. This is easiest with a blender, milkshake maker, or stick blender, on a low setting. If you don't have one of these, burn off some calories in advance with a sturdy whisk. Semi-frozen ice cream is easiest to blend with a series of short pulses, or with a sturdy fork instead of a whisk. If it still won't blend, mash it against the sides with a rubber spatula or flat spoon and try again. Step 6. Serve in a cold glass. Taste before you pour it into the glass, so you have the option to blend in more milk, thinner, or more ice cream, thickener. Optionally, top with a dollop of whipping cream, and/or a sprinkle of chocolate shavings, or check out the wilder variations below. Serve with a spoon or thick straw. 2. Adding extra ingredients. Step 1. Make a Mexican chocolate milkshake. For a spicier, more complex flavor, use Mexican chocolate ice cream from a Latin market. Melt a few squares of Mexican chocolate and blend it into the shake, or use the ordinary recipe with the following added ingredients: 1/8 of a teaspoon, 1 pinch ground cinnamon, 1/8 of a teaspoon, 1 pinch ground chilies, 1/8 of a teaspoon, 1 drop vanilla extract. Step 2. Add espresso powder for heightened flavor. Even if you aren't a coffee fan, a pinch of espresso powder will make the shake earthier and toastier. For a stronger Mocha Blast, blend in 2 to 3 teaspoons 10 to 15 milliliters of the espresso powder instead. This pairs well with 1/2 teaspoon 2.5 milliliters almond extract. Step 3. Mix in fruit. Freeze a banana, a couple strawberries, or a handful of raspberries. Slice the frozen fruit into small chunks, then blend for a few seconds to mix the flavors together. Step 4. Add chunky sweets. Enter special dessert territory with these solid ingredients. For best results, add after the shake is blended. Leave them on top of the shake or pulse for a few seconds to mix slightly without compromising the texture. Here are a few ideas: roughly crush 1 or 2 chocolate cookie or a small brownie into several pieces. Add toasted marshmallows, or even an entire small s'more. Purchase or make miniature donuts. Keep them mostly dry by placing them around a large straw. Step 5. Add a splash of liquor. A bit of bourbon, Baileys, Kahlua, or your favorite liqueur adds a whole new dimension of indulgence. Blend in 1 shot, 3 tablespoons, 45 milliliters, or to taste. You may wish to replace some of the milk to avoid thinning the milkshake. Step 6. Finished.